Hello and welcome back to TNI UK Impacted episode 258, coming to you live via the Total Non-Stop Impact Network on YouTube and Twitch. And if you listen on the go, then we're also available on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows. We are there. I am, of course, your host, Bison, and today I'm joined by the man coming to us from the void of his own mind, of course, the Joker, and of course, the return. We're talking about classic returns. We're talking about the return of the legend himself. You know, AJ Styles needs to just step aside because we've got LimpStar UK. Hello, boys.
Hello.
Hello.
How we doing?
We're very good, thank you.
That absolutely blew my voice out then.
Yeah, I think AJ would have something to say about that, how you like talked him down. We've got him as the background and out for the artwork, and then it's just like, if he's tuned in, I'm really sorry, AJ. Please don't kick my ass.
Yeah, exactly. Please don't Styles clash me, baby. But listen, guys, it's great to be back. It's 2026. We are one day away from Thursday Night Impact on AMC over in the US. Obviously, still on our on the app for us. But you know, who knows? Once they debut in the US on the massive channel and they start getting big ratings, because we know that's going to happen, don't we, boys? Then I think we could be seeing TNA turn up on a UK channel very, very soon. What do you think?
I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. And going to be an expansion further into the UK. I hope so. But I'm just so excited that the whole network deal is done and dusted. 2026 is kicking off as we all hoped it would do, and oh god, it's just so good to see things are going in TNA's favor and staying in TNA's favor rather than some massive fucking obstacle coming and shoving them off the road again.
Yeah, man. Yeah, who the fuck is got you? That is a joke, right? I'm just checking because I don't know when you started watching TNI, Craig.
Who's Kyle?
Yeah. You do know, right? You're winding me up, aren't you?
I don't know Kyle. Which one's Kyle?
Seriously, you don't remember? You don't know the scumbag?
Scumbag Kyle.
Well, yeah, it's the scumbag. Yeah, I know I never knew he was called Kyle.
Yeah, that's his name.
We go by abbreviations. Like, you know, we called the boss J-Bone. You know, stuff like that. So yeah, like if you said scumbag, I would have been like, yeah, I only knew him as scumbag. I never knew him as Kyle. I thought you meant Kyle from South Park. I was just like, I've watched too much South Park over the past couple of weeks.
Do you know what? Right, and I think I don't know whether I've told this story before. Hey Barry, nice to see you. We've got. I'll tell the story in a second. Mir's in the house. I'm just trying to see who's in the house just to make sure. Gibster's in. He was one of the first. Eric's there. I think Mir's in.
Eric, Paul Matheson.
Oh man,
Mir's here when Mir's here when we're not here.
Yeah, he is. He's waiting. He's been waiting for 4 weeks solidly.
No, he's been
for the show just to
waiting since I set this up last night. We got a message about the Rascals possibly not staying with TNA.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll talk.
Where do you think they would go though? Oh yeah, we'll talk about it in a bit.
We'll talk that in a bit. But yeah. What UK channel would you want TNA on? Do you know what, Gibbs? I think. I forgot what it's called now. It used to be called Dave. It's changed now, isn't it? To
I think it's still called Dave, but it's all part of its own little network of stuff. But it's like Dave and something else, but it's still called Dave.
Okay, well, I think that would be a great channel, personally. For
can you imagine trying to explain this to people stateside? You know, we've got a channel called Dave.
Yeah, I know.
Watching Dave.
Watch your dive right now. Watch your dive.
Yeah.
It'd be like them having a channel called Chad.
Yeah, I suppose so. Or Scott. They got a channel called Scott. Yeah. That's a good American name, isn't it? Good wholesome American name, Scott. I don't know. I know what you're saying. I don't know. I think maybe Dave would be a good one, to be honest.
The thing is, you've got like Dave channels and stuff like that now. Because you've got like, what does A-dub go on? What's it like? ITV4 or something like that.
ITV4.
That would be good. Like maybe we could go on like E4 or something like that. Like maybe if they had like E4 on demand or something. Because I feel like we're kind of like we'd attract people. But like back in the day over here, we had Channel 4 showing what was it, WWE Heat
CW, isn't it,
on
mate?
Sundays.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they did.
Is that
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
You know, ITV went with the whole world of wrestling thing, or stuff like that, world of sport wrestling.
Yeah.
It tanked. Just I feel like it was just it was too much like Gladiators. But for a channel, I don't know, man. You and Dave, I reckon that's probably a good shout, Barry. I just
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the fact that
Yeah.
we're still TNA, like TNA Plus on demand and stuff like that. I like the fact that I can throw it to the TV and watch it wherever I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do as well. I
moment.
do. I think the key though is in the UK is that there's so many wrestling fans out there that unless they are like engaged in the product, they're not going to pay to watch it. That's the problem.
TNT Sports would be another one that I think would be a good one.
Well, the problem with TNT Sports, mate, is it's a pay channel.
Oh, pretty
Yeah.
much. You get it for almost every standard package now, and even free.
They've smashed it with the FA Cup. Like, I don't have TNT sort of thing, so it's like to watch an FA Cup match, I've got to begrudgingly walk into a pub and watch it there or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because don't get me wrong, watching TNA in a pub would be amazing. But I'm just saying that,
yeah, that would be
having it
cool.
on TV, yeah, can you
walk
imagine?
into a bar and say, "Can you pop TNA on, please?" No, we're not putting TNA on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was good when it was on YouTube for £1 a month as well. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was, but you've got to understand that at the end of the day, TNA have got to make money because it's all right turning around like Tim Whistler there, 123 is complaining that TNA let the contracts. Like Jake something, for instance, is now gone to AEW. Well, we had this sort of kind of brief discussion on this, in our chat group. But I'm not sure I'm that bothered about Jake something going. We had a big discussion about it when you weren't around, Craig, actually, and I said he is an amazing talent, but he's generic.
Oh yeah.
He's just a guy, a big muscular guy with black trunks at the end of the day, right? And I don't think that the something gimmick, which is his own, it's nothing TNA gave him, is what he wanted to do, right? At the end of the day, really translated to TV. I think it worked well on the indies, but I don't think it translated to TV. So my thought process was, look, TNA need a proper monster. They do. They need a Kane. They need an Abyss. They need a monster. Right? They haven't got one. Right? We had Frankenstein for a while, but he didn't really, for me, fill that kind of position that an Abyss did, for instance. Right? So we don't really have that monster anymore. I mean, even Taurus is gone, and he was supposed to be a bit of a monster. You know what I mean? But even he's gone now. So, but I just feel that if they'd have turned him into a monster, this sort of kind of he'd become Abyss became this character that everyone was like, "Oh fuck, is Abyss," right? Even if he wasn't carrying a world title, he was always the man that they brought in to scare whoever it was that held the title. Do you know what I mean? It was like, you're going to face Abyss, and the faces was like, oh, not Abyss, and I think he could have been that if they'd have built him in the right, if they just took him away, stuck makeup on him, shaved his head, stuck a mask, whatever they needed to do to create this monster, he could have been really cool.
Yeah.
He could have been really cool.
The thing is with you saying that, when they get the wrestlers in TNA, a lot of them, they get their own creative control. And that's something that I feel like, if you go back to his first run, so I loved Jake something. I do still love Jake something. I think whatever he's doing, go take the money. If you're called Jacob Doyle, I feel bad for you. That sounds like a farmer from Devon. Do you know what I mean? It's not like, oh my God, Jacob Doyle. It's not got that gravity.
That's his actual name, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I feel bad.
I'm not sure.
But Jake something, it had something there, and what's my name, something. So it was cool. But when he was in AAW with Kingston and stuff like that, it was great, But the thing is like you said, it didn't transpire. It didn't come over to TNA. There was no gravity to it. But on his first run, he was Cousin Jake, with Cody Deaner and stuff like that.
And I
Yeah,
actually
so
really
it's kind
enjoyed
of
that. I thought that was
yeah.
good.
So you had like Cody doing the jackass sort of stuff, and then you had the brute come in and like wipe people out and stuff like that. It was great. They could have gone back to that. I feel like hometown man could have had his hometown friend, something like that. But it's just he was trying
Yeah.
to do his solo thing, and like you said, we didn't have that monster aspect. It just didn't get over, and it was such a pain in the ass because like he was wiping people out the ring and stuff. I'm not sad that he's gone, but at the same time, I wish him well. Like I feel like he could have done better.
Yeah, so do I. And I don't think it's TNA's fault because that's what he wanted to do. He came in and said, "Look, I really want to push this is my gimmick. I want to push it."
Yeah.
And they gave it a chance, and it just didn't work. But Jake Doyle. I mean, Jake Foyle. I mean, I don't know. It's not for me, mate. The only it just sounds like Olive Doyle, or Doily. Do you remember Doilies? Do they still
No.
make
Do
Doilies?
you remember the old Adam Sandler films and stuff like that, like Billy Madison and that? Like they had the O'Doyle family. That's all I hear. O'Doyle rules, and it's just
Yeah,
like
man.
give someone a wedgie or something like that. I'm
Yeah,
like, look,
yeah,
fair play to you. You've gone to the Don Callis family, which just seems to be like people who may or may not have made it in TNA and stuff. Like go take that money by all means. Absolutely bludgeon Tony Khan's account. Go take the money while it's there. But at the same time, I'm just like. You could have got over. One of the best matches, if you ever get time to watch, go and watch Josh Alexander versus Jake something for the Heritage title in AAW. I think it was 2017 or 2018. That's one of the
yeah,
best matches, and I'll go to the grave saying that one of the best matches that them two ever had.
yeah,
But we didn't see that level of like Jake something. Like Jake something should have done a 60-minute slobber knocker match against someone, like we
Yeah.
had with Josh Alexander, but we never got that, and that
yeah.
saddens me. But it we're going around in circles about someone who's left the company. We wish you well, thanks very much. Let's concentrate on the guys we got. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So that actually takes me into the first segment of our news and rumors because it has been noted that several out of contract talents have now been locked into short term deals for the first quarter of 2026 at least. Also, some longer term deals as well. So we know that, for instance, Cedric Alexander, great fucking talent, has signed. It transpires this week. Hometown man, my buddy, hometown man,
Yeah.
Cody Dino there has re-signed as well, which is great. Another like incredible talent, and you cannot deny this. Mustafa Ali has re-signed with TNA, right?
Yeah.
So these are all the pluses, right? We've also, I think it was released earlier on today or yesterday, Jody Threat has also re-signed. So another talent that people were like, oh, you don't want to lose the lady, everyone's thinking the girls are going, the one, and all the rest of it. But another great talent. She's a workhorse, a fantastically good wrestler, really good wrestler.
She was training with Trish Stratus.
She's training a former WWE champion, for crying out. No, she was training her. She wasn't training with her. She was training her. Like, how mental is that? How mental is that? But so these guys have signed. Now, the rumor is at the moment that obviously the Rascals may well be gone. And also, of course, Killer Kelly. These have not currently been cited as being signed. They are being rumored as currently unsigned. However, they're still all promoted TNA. Like, you only have to go on the socials to see that. All right. So, and they've not been announced of going anywhere else. So I would say
until they confirm it.
Until they've confirmed anywhere else, they're with TNA.
Yeah.
Right. Whether they be officially signed at this moment in time, it wouldn't surprise me if they're there this weekend and they come out of it signed. It wouldn't surprise me at all if that happens. So let's not get too excited. It's not announced completely that they're gone. Let's just wait and see.
Steve Mackin's another one. He's re-signed with TNA.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? So, these guys are re-signing now. It's just, they had to wait until they managed to get the AMC sign, sealed, and delivered to free up some money. That's what you've got to remember at the end of the day. That's what they needed to do. And they need to make sure that the ones that they sign and they keep are value for money. And I'm not saying the Rascals aren't value for money. Not at all. I'm not saying Killer Kelly's not value for money. I'm not saying that at all. But they have to make sure that the people that they sign and they lock in to contracts are going to put bums in seats.
Yeah.
Can I just ask, where's Masha Islamovic?
Some I'm not going to go into the nitty gritty of it, but some stuff happened really controversial to do with the relationship she's in.
Okay.
Went down.
No further questions. Yeah.
They let her go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
She is still actively wrestling elsewhere. She's appearing at an event somewhere. I think it's in Florida. I think, and Harley Hudson's going to be there too. So it's in Florida somewhere, or Las Vegas or somewhere.
Yeah, I think unfortunately TNA let her contract run out, and she is no more. So I think it's the same with anything WWE, anything that any brand that's sort of kind of like at the level that we're talking now. They're not going to keep around people that are, controversial, I guess, to a degree. I mean, I know they've brought back Tessa, but I think Tessa's
I'll bring Masha Islamovic back when they can.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. I'm pretty sure Masha will come back once it's either all blown over or, stuff's come out or whatever is sort of kind of gone down is gone down. I'm pretty sure we might see her again. But, good luck to her. Let her do her thing. Fingers crossed it's going to be okay for her. Now, obviously, the rumors are out there with regards to EC3. I think someone's
Matt Hardy's throwing Chris Jericho's name in the hat as well. He's saying that Jericho is interested in going back in WWE and TNA as well.
Of course they are. There's fat cash waiting for him with a new TV deal.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm all for both of them to make an appearance, even one or two.
EC3, like I would love for EC3 to just all kind of like real brat sort of arsehole EC3 and ruin.
I want to see the NWA version.
Yeah,
I want to see the NWA version.
We've just gone over where they've got like the creative control. Like, I would just love for like AJ Styles to come up, boom, 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 and him to like start doing his old like Georgia, like, yeah, I'm here back in TNA, rootin' tootin', bap doop, doop, like the lights go down, boom, trouble. And then him to just be like, my Aunt Dixie thinks you're an asshole or something like that because of the way that AJ left TNA way back when they were arguing over the P1 sort of like, logo and how he left with a title, but we still had a title. And I loved all that mumbo jumbo and I'd love for that to be dug up. And then Bully Ray, being in attendance, I'd love for him to put Dixie through a table for banter. But anyway, I'm just saying, I'm fantasizing about it. Let's get back to the script.
Yeah. Let's get back to it. Yeah. So obviously, it's been cited that AJ Styles is going to debut. What I liked about the way that they've, it's been announced for the Impact debut on AMC, is what I meant. But what is interesting about that is that they've called it the return as opposed to an appear. They've not just said an appearance. They've said he returns.
Yeah.
At the AMC Impact debut. Now that's a different word, different terminology used to what they used for Slammiversary. What they used for Slammiversary was Slammiversary, wasn't it? Yeah. They used an appearance. They actually used the words AJ Styles to appear at Slammiversary. Now, what they've done here is the wording has changed, and it's AJ Styles returns to Impact. Now, return suggests that he's back for a while, at least. I think we need to discuss this now. I have a feeling that when you look at that terminology, I have a feeling that AJ it's not just a one-off. I think, and I've got a bit of a theory, and we'll talk about it a little bit later. But I've got a theory that AJ is here to have a match at Genesis. I believe he will have a match at Genesis, and we'll get to it in a bit because I don't want to spoil the discussion that we're going to have later for the debut on AMC. So, but I honestly believe that's going to happen. Obviously, the rumors that we've just talked about as well as Y2J has also been mentioned to potentially make an appearance on the debut or maybe Genesis. I don't know. That would be interesting. However, he better be in shape because if the version of Y2J that I saw on recent AEWs comes, no. I don't give a shit.
Wait, so the bit that really gives me PTSD when people mention Chris Jericho and TNA is I was in New York for Bound for Glory. I might have mentioned this on my channel, on this channel before. I might have mentioned it on TNI before. But I went to Bound for Glory in 2018, and we were all chanting
Yeah.
Y2J, Y2J, and out came that dude with no chin instead. It was meant to be Eli Drake versus Chris Jericho, and we got what's his name? Is it
yeah.
Paul something?
I
But he
remember
came
that.
out, mate with no chin. I'm just like, what on earth is going on? And
I can remember that everyone was just heartbroken and
it was
pissed off.
literally there were riots in the crowd. There were people
Yeah.
like kicking off and like because people had came and they paid because they thought they were going to see Chris
Yeah.
Jericho.
And I
But
can
instead we
remember
got
all the
Mr.
signs.
No Chin.
I can remember all the Jericho signs and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a countdown and everything. I was just like, this is like it was a horrible atmosphere. Like that was the same sort of time when Austin Aries no sold
Yeah, Johnny
Johnny
Impact.
12 names. Yeah, so James Ellsworth, that's it. Thank you,
That's
Barry.
it.
Just
Yeah.
horrible. I didn't even want to say the name because you know that it's just pinged up on X. He's like, oh, I'm being mentioned on the internet.
Yeah.
It's just but like if we're gonna get Chris Jericho, my question is, we now have a TV deal, okay? Or like as of tomorrow night, are we gonna get real music again? Are we gonna hear Chris Jericho come out to his Judas song? Are we gonna get remember when Decay came out to Nobody's by
Yeah.
Marilyn Manson and stuff?
That
Are
was
we gonna
yeah.
get proper credited music? Are we gonna have kick-ass tunes in Impact again? I hope so. I really do.
I
But,
do too. That's one thing WWE is lacking very dearly.
yeah, do you know what I mean? So it would be just amazing if we had like that music deal, but I don't know. I don't know how far this AMC deal goes and stuff like that. And I don't know how much Mr. Silver's going to take us seriously and stuff. But I really do hope that this is a massive turning point, excuse the pun, for TNA. Do you know what I mean?
I
hope we're on to
think
bigger things.
I think we can safely say, okay, that I know that we have our doubters, and they keep doubting, and the TNA keep giving them the business, right? We keep getting, talent turn up. They said you're never going to get AJ Styles. AJ Styles turned up. It's Slammiversary, and he's back for the Impact return. You're never gonna, Joe Hendry you're never gonna get a TNA talent on a main roster show. We had Joe Hendry at WrestleMania, all these things. They said all these things. Now, we're never gonna get, the top WWE stars turn up on Impact or a pay-per-view every week. It's just not going to happen, right? Like, why would they do that? That's not going to happen. It doesn't make any sense for them to do that, right? Where is he gone?
He'll be back.
Oh, so anybody that thinks that is a fool. And what really gets my goat is the question of what is TNA getting out of this?
Yeah, we've just got a TV deal.
That question literally blows my mind. I'm like, are you that dumb that you cannot see the benefit of this partnership?
Everyone said,
you know what I mean? Are you that dumb that you cannot see the benefit that TNA, the rub that TNA are getting right now?
Yeah.
That's the way you got to look at it, and Carlos, has worked his butt off to get TNA to where it is now. They didn't just settle for any old TV deal. They had 2 or 3 potential suitors, and they went with the best option. So many people
still hate his hat.
Yeah,
wear a proper hat. Wear a proper TNA branded hat,
including me. Right, thought that they were going to go to CW because of the link with WWE, but they didn't. They didn't choose CW. CW was in the hat, but they decided to go with AMC. Right now, we cannot say. And I know you think that TNA had that WWE had a thing. They've got no connection to AMC. I've looked it up. There is no real connection between WWE and AMC. Right. So I think that AMC was strategically picked for a reason, and that is that it doesn't have that. Necessarily have that.
They've got their own freedom.
Are we calling? Like, I know that we usually go on tour and stuff like that, but isn't the AMC studio where they said they filmed Breaking Bad and stuff like that? That's
Yes.
going to be TNA's home. So we
Yeah,
will
I've not
go around
heard
the
that.
country and stuff, but I heard that is going to be like what we call home. So it'll kind of be a bit like a touch of the Asylum sort of thing. So when we're not
Possibly.
on tour and going different cities, we've always got that home sort of base, if you know what
I
I mean.
think so. I think that's what I've heard, but I don't know. I that I've not actually read. I've sort of kind of seen little bits about that, but I don't know whether that's true. But we'll
A
see.
little thing as well that made me kind of pay attention a little bit more was obviously when John Cena had his retirement thing, Elias, or whatever he was called there,
Elijah, yeah,
Elijah, he was in attendance. He went out the ring and said hello and stuff like that. Another thing to mention as well was John Bernthal was there, who played Punisher, who also played Shane, I think it is, in Walking Dead. I'm
that's
just
right.
like, so you've got an AMC known actor, if you will, in attendance. Carlos Silva was there and stuff like that, little things like that. I'm just like, how deep does this deal go? The maddest
Yeah.
thing is if you cast your mind back to Scott D'Amore when he was in that ring and he was screaming and he was shouting about how much he's put into TNA and blah 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 and all that. I was like, oh my god, guys, we're right on the cusp of something really mad happening and stuff like that. And then obviously when we tried to buy TNA, we won't go into that. We don't talk about that sort of thing. But then this Carlos Silva guy come along and we were all like, well, who the hell's this? Who the hell's this? I'll tell you who it is. It's literally Jesus. Do you know what I mean? He's literally grabbed TNA and turned us into a fucking miracle. And it's mad. And I'm like, the thing is I know so little about Carlos Silva. I'm sorry to people who are like, oh my God, you're a TNA fan, you know so little. No, and I'm quite happy sitting on the fence and not knowing because this guy is the real deal. He's not doing a Tony Khan. He's not doing like a borrowing his dad's money and
Yeah.
Oh, where's he gone?
I think Tony Khan's cut him off.
I think so. I think Tony Khan heard his name mentioned.
It's been flagged up by all the butts on
couldn't believe it. But here's the point. I get what he's saying. I get what Craig is saying.
Tony Khan kicked me off.
Yeah,
that's what we just said. He heard you. He's not happy. But no, you're right. I think if you look at what TNA are doing, they're building a brand. They're building a business. They are not just throwing loads of money at it and hoping some of it sticks. And unfortunately, that is where AEW is starting to come unstuck a little bit because, they were getting 100+ attendance and they were getting 10K attendances quite regularly to begin with, but they're not getting that anymore. And they've had to reduce everything down because of cost and, and all that kind of stuff. So now they're realizing that it's not quite as easy as just saying, yeah, I'm going to get 10,000 people in a weekly show every week. It doesn't, you've got to be WWE level to get that. It's simple as that. You just can't do it that way. But Bully Ray has been announced as a guest commentator for the TNA title match main event on the AMC debut. What are your thoughts on that?
I want to see Bully, right? And I'm going to say it, Joe, and I know this will shock you. I want to see Bully versus Alicia Edwards. I want her to go, do you want to know something? And I want him to go, do you know who I am? And I just want them to go back and forth.
It'll be like Ric Flair and
yes,
Jay
Lethal.
Jay Lethal doing the woo off. That would be brilliant.
Woo!
I would love that.
Woo! Yeah.
Then just get Matt Hardy on and go delete.
Well, I reckon, yeah, just get them, and then you could have Bully and Alicia, and then you just imagine lights go down. All of a sudden, it's like, do you like it hot? Do you like it spicy? And then Curry Man comes back.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Carlos Silva, look, I'm available for writing. All right, we might tank on ratings, but it'd be funny for us 3 fans.
Yeah, we'd love it. We'd be all over that shit. But yeah, there you go. But guys, I think TNA are definitely going to go for it. I think they're going to. I think definitely. I think they will get a 10K gate in 2026. I do. They will 100%. Not sure when. Slammiversary maybe.
Or maybe BFT.
but maybe BFG. But I'm pretty sure by the end of this year, you will see TNA do a 10K gate, which they said will never, which, you know, all the naysayers said would never happen because they've never done that. But already they've beaten their highest attendance in the US. You know, and they're on a roll, man. They are now, as a business, they are currently a profitable business, right? And they're currently a profitable business. During, you know, the heyday, as they call it, they weren't.
Yeah.
They're a better TNA now than they ever were.
Yeah.
You know, regardless of whether we've got the talent level there. I think we have got the talent level. I think if you look at the current roster over the past 12 months, what a fucking roster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is serious roster. That is a serious talented roster, mate. Putting out bangers week after week, you know, pay-per-view after pay-per-view. Absolutely awesome. And, you know, yeah, maybe we're lacking a little bit on storytelling, a little bit on the, you know, some of the creative could do with a bit of work. But
I like Gibbs to shout.
What's that? Bully Ray's going to cost Santana the belt? Maybe. But that's not my theory. I've got a theory.
Santana.
He's putting Tommy through a table.
Santana. Yeah.
But
guys, listen, Stacks, as the current international, title holder, TNA international title holder, he retained his title on this past week's NXT.
Shout out to Stacks. I don't know much about him, but I tell you what, that is one man who, like, I seen him on NXT the other week because I won't lie, I've been watching a bit of NXT. It's on the old Netflix and that is easy to watch.
Too.
I will skip through it and see for the TNA mentions, but still, Stacks was on there and he was like, you know, with the other people from the roster, he's like, all of you are all in NXT, but he goes, I'm international, baby. He's like, I'm the TNA international champion. I'm like, wow, that is a talent who's come into the company and respected the title on his own show. Fair play to him.
And he's promoting it. Yes.
Exactly. He's not just, you know, wearing it and, like, you know, putting it on some other stooge like AEW, like Kenny Omega did. I love Kenny Omega, I really do, but he must have been drunk that night because we got disrespected massively. I had a bit of a row with someone online about this the other day. Oh no, I showed you guys my screenshot of the tweet. I won't read that out because it was a bit X-rated, but still, it's just the fact that, like, we weren't shown any respect. We were mugged off, and that was a dominant sort of thing. Whereas with NXT, I don't care if it might be the bottom rung of the show or whatever like that WWE fans call it. I don't care. The fact is we are being given respect, and that is just a great relationship. You know, we've had Moose on there, Leon Slater. Do you see Leon Slater versus Obafemi? My God.
Yes.
Awesome.
That was incredible.
It's mind-blowing. 2 years ago, I was anti-WWE, I won't lie. Now, I'm kind of like, thank you. Thank you for giving us that light. Do you know what I mean? Long may it continue.
I agree. And, you know, the main thing that it's doing is
Kai, you're talking shit.
It's putting TNA back, you know, in the picture. It's, you know, people are tuning in. People are buying tickets to go to TNA shows. And why? Because WWE are basically giving us the rub. Which is great. And then once people, it's like we've always said, you know, once people start to watch the show, once people start getting into it, they don't care about the WWE thing. They're now going to a TNA show or watching a TNA show for TNA. And that's it. That's what it's about. That's it. AEW is where the wrestlers go stale. I totally agree with that. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Where they go
just
to die.
Just go and get shelved, mate. Like, you look at what Santana and Kaz both said. These guys hate each other, yet they both went over there and they both just felt hollow.
Yeah.
They were disrespected as talents. Like, these people are in the shape of their life and they're just not getting used properly. Like, look at what you've done to Deonna Purrazzo. Look what you've done to Taya Valkyrie. You know, look what you do to every talent that goes to you. Look at what the hell you're trying to do with Josh Alexander. You've made him grow a beard and made him do promo. Awful. Get him wrestling. Take the mic away from him. He can't do promo.
Yeah, he's not the best at promo. No, he's not. No, 100%.
Whatever.
But on the same NXT, we also got Zarocca versus Ren QCC versus Fatal Influence.
Yeah.
Next week on NXT. And
I want Fatal Influence to win.
Yeah, maybe. But the winners of that get a shot. I want the Zaruka personally, or Saruka.
Soul I'd love to see Soul Ruka back on.
Yeah, she's Soul Rocker is amazing.
Yeah.
But they get a shot
you
at the
bought
tag
it a few
titles.
times.
Yeah, man. They get a shot at the title. So yeah, interesting stuff. My only thing with that is though, you know, we should be.
Harley Hudson and Myla Grace said what you're thinking. It should be some TNA talent involved there. What, you know, they've both put out messages saying, "Well, what about us? Why aren't we there?"
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, you've got I mean, there's possibilities on our end that we could we could put some. We've got some good potential tag teams there. But anyway, there's that going down. Gia Miller went around the ring with Desmond. All right, dude, calm down.
Mate, honestly, JC Jane, we need to sign her. If she wants to go somewhere else, sign her to TNA. That's one of the best female wrestlers on the planet, and I'll take that. I'll take that to the grave.
Okay, dude, fair enough. Gia Miller went around the ring with Desmond Xavier on Xplosion. Nice interview, and you know, again, you know, when you see interviews like that, I start to wonder. I'm like, you know, is he going anywhere? I don't think they are. I honestly don't think they're going anywhere. I think they're just going to be like announced next week or something. You know what I mean? Like let everybody do their speculation and da. You know what I mean? And boom, all of a sudden, oh look, they're signed. But we'll see.
Ta-da!
Yeah, ta-da! The Rascals. Yeah, you know, I don't know. But let's talk the hunt for Mr. Elegance. Have they found him? I mean, this past week on Impact, it looked like they found Mr. Elegance. What were your thoughts on this?
I pissed myself laughing when I saw this. I have no idea who he is. This guy, I thought he was.
He's a cameraman in here or something.
Yeah, all I know is he's been shooting all of their stuff for the past few years, and he's been working with TNA for about 6 years.
I won't lie. Okay, I saw that segment, and as soon as I seen that segment, I thought, do you know what? I think they're going for there. I think Jason's in for a shout. I know you wanted to go for Mr. Elegance, and that, I reckon you could probably pull it off better than he can.
Reckon?
Yeah, get on there, advertise the tops and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? I reckon they're missing a trick.
Yeah, do you reckon they should get Bison by designing?
No, you can replace the person for sure.
I reckon you'd beat him one-on-one.
Just go right there.
That's it.
Get that. Let's just do this.
Yeah, we can't wait for Mr. Elegance's transformation. I thought that the whole segment was brilliant.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with him. Yeah, it really is.
I want to know who the bloke was who came up afterwards. I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, what was that about?
Oh, that's Funaki's boy, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I know his was making an appearance last year. I just didn't recognize him. No, there was talk of it earlier in the week and over the weekend on Facebook and that about it, and so it caught my attention there too. I just didn't know who it was when I saw the film.
I just want to respond to somebody.
Yeah.
Okay. Tom Whistler 123. I don't know who you are, Tim. It's very nice to meet you. Thanks for joining into the show. So look what AEW has done with Timeless Toni Storm. Took her from a pile of rubbish in WWE, made her the best thing in wrestling. Right. I'm not sure she's the best thing in wrestling. However, you know, that's a matter of opinion. You know, you're entitled to your opinion. Yes, they did did they do a fantastic job with her? From what I heard, this is the creative juices of Toni herself. Toni, as in Toni Storm, not as in right now. She had this idea about doing a character based on is it Katharine Hepburn or something? I don't know, like some sort of kind of 1940s star.
Yeah.
Okay, now I get it. And I think it worked amazing. In fact, I love it. I think Timeless Toni Storm is amazing. Right, I got loads of time for it. Incredible. I love it. And I'm not taking anything away from it. But did AEW do that, or did Toni Storm do that?
Creative control.
She was doing it before she went to WWE. then they stopped it, and then she restarted it basically.
Yeah. So it's not. They just took something that she'd already created, and gave her a bigger platform to do it. And then as it started to gain a bit of momentum and a little bit of interest, they added a bit more money to it. And there you go. And that's what we've ended up with. So I think you need to put a little bit more respect on Tony herself. And was she really a pile of shit in WWE, or was it just because she wasn't allowed to be?
No, she wasn't allowed to upstage Charlotte Flair, basically. No, and nobody's allowed to upstage Charlotte Flair.
No.
Yeah, there you go. Barry, I totally agree with that. By the way, I think the Andersons will make a decent tag team.
Anderson.
I think they might have signed them as well. So fingers crossed on that one. I've seen them a few times turn up now. But we'll see.
Mr. Elegance could be Mr. Anderson. Imagine that.
Oh, that would be good.
That'd be
okay, hang on. What's this?
Thanks, Mia.
Naguyan is the name of the manager. Elegance brand left with the cameraman. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, that's awesome stuff. I just want to see where they go with it. Thanks, man.
That's so good.
Because I'm there's a lot of people out there that weren't a fan of the Elegance, when it all started off. But look where it's gone. I mean, it's fucking brilliant. It's good. Yeah, it's a really really good cut. The way that they built this up, the way that they pushed it, and they've stuck with it. The way it's sort of kind of built as a brand, like you say, it didn't start as a brand. It was Ash on her own initially, and then they built it into this brand, and I think it's brilliant. I love it. Thoughts on the build to the AMC debut and Genesis so far, guys? I just want to know your thoughts on.
I'll start really negative. That one where they've done little clips of all the wrestlers and Nemeth looking in the fridge and stuff like that. It's really cringe. I got really bored really quickly. It got good towards the end, but I was just like, just a casual wrestling fan watching that, you're going to be like, the fuck is this? What is this? It was like almost negative promo. But the whole the run up to it, the mentions of it, the fact that we've got talent on screen and stuff like that, dropping it in, and like Santana stood in the crowd, it's been hard to ignore. The thing is look at tonight, look at our chat, look at how our chat usually is. We've got people sticking up other companies because all of a sudden we're on their map as well. So I think they're fearing it a little bit because you look at that relationship, with NXT. Well, yeah, but TNA's now on AMC and that lot. So are we going to get, I don't know, are we going to get a Roman Reigns turn up? Or we get Gunter turn up or something like that? Who knows? Like Gibson knows as well. That ad was proper cheesy. It was almost as cheesy as Tony Schiavone and Tony Khan sipping cocktails on TNA. Almost as cheesy, but not that bad. But mate, I'm here for it. We all know we're really biased when it comes to TNA and stuff like that, but we are on the edge of something huge. We've lived through the Global Force Wrestling era, we've lived through El Patron as champion and not turning up. That was
basically just after I started watching. So
we've lived through the Impact era.
Yes, we've been here the whole time, but we're here now, and this is great. I just really hope that in 2 years' time, 3 years' time, or whatever, we're we might have had massive numbers on Hitter because there might be an influx of fans and stuff like that. We've got the Hardys who are backing us. Who you look at who the Hardys know? They retired 3D. So you look at how many more people are going to come to the company because now we're on TV. They're all going to want a piece of the pie. We're talking about Chris Jericho. I don't think they're high enough to how big the stars that we're going to attract now.
Yeah, I think so. I think now there is the potential to bring in more people. The trouble is, very difficult for TNA or Impact or whenever it was to get themselves a decent deal because they didn't have any well-known names. And that at the end of the day is what sort of kind of brings will bring a TV channel to you. You've got so and I think that's what's made everything a little bit more interesting for someone like an AMC because all of a sudden, we've got the Nick Nemeth, we've got the Hardys, we've got well-known professional wrestlers now on the channel. So there's you know, people now, and we've got the Leon Slaters, who's the next big thing. You know, there's all this sort of stuff now is making making waves. People are getting to see what we're doing. It's not just you know, the little train that could before. Now we are starting to show people that, you know, we are great. You know, and I'm looking forward to seeing where we go with it. I really hope that they do a good job with this sort of kind of like live AMC tomorrow night. I'm set my alarm. I'm going to be there watching it from the very start. I cannot wait. I want it live. I want to get the shocks. I want to, you know, I want to see the debuts. You know, I want to see the, you know, everything. You know, I don't want to hear about it on X before I actually get to watch it. So I'm watching it no matter what. I'm getting up.
I've set an alarm for Friday where I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and my alarm's going to go off, and it's going to say Do Not Open Social Media. The first thing I'm going to do is watch TNA. I go on anything. The bit that I hate sometimes is go on TNA Plus, and it's got like what's happened before you click on the episode. I'm like, oh, I didn't need to see that. I don't need to see
off,
but hopefully I can get around it or whatever.
A spoiler. It's like a spoiler, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, guys. We've been talking for an hour. Let's talk about Genesis, right? So we have got
great band.
Yeah,
are they?
They were a fantastic band. I've got to say, I'm a big fan.
Joe, you're so innocent.
Yeah, definitely. Right, okay. So Genesis, we have the KO title match. So we've got Ying Lee versus Dani Lunar. We've been shouting
Dani Lunar's been absolutely fucking incredible.
She's been awesome lately.
Oh my god,
she's been awesome lately. I'm really excited to see this match. Is she going to beat Ying Ling on the? I'm not sure.
I hope so.
I'm not sure, but I think she would do. Yeah, I think she would carry the title very well. So I'd be happy either way.
Doomsday Dani Lunar. I want I want Dani Lunar to kind of take the. You know how we were on about Jake Something becoming a monster. I kind of want Dani Lunar to just go proper angry, brutal, violent, and just like kind of almost go. I wasn't saying that. I was kind of going more towards Rosemary. Go dark, go gothic, go kind of like, you know, I want her with like, you know, smudge makeup and all that, like, you know, chomping at the bit, kind of like, I'm gonna fuck you up. I want like a real angry, aggressive female wrestler. I want kind of like, imagine Jordan Grace but with a bit of character. Imagine that. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, Jordan Grace's character would be good. Yeah, I like it. I'm down with it. We've also got the tag title match. Of course, we've got the Hardys versus the Righteous. Now, I'm going to say this. I am actually a Righteous fan. I'm a fan of
Vincent.
Yeah, I am a fan of Vincent. I think his character is amazing.
Have you walked around the house to dance yet?
Yeah, he's so good. He's cool, right? But, you know, do you think the Righteous are getting over at all?
No. I think their promos are crap.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not working,
long-winded and boring. I'm just like, this was definitely a favour for Matt Hardy. Matt, have your time with him and then let him go. But I think, like, because obviously we had Vincent with us before. Was he in Bullet Club or something?
Yeah, he was in that. What do you call it? We had him up. What was he in? He was in the Invasion thing. The
Oh yeah, with like Ring of Honor. That was it. Yeah. See, that's the thing. You look at what we done for other companies. You look at how much a push we put on Ring of Honor, and then people are dissing us for this whole NXT thing. I'm like, what did AEW do for TNA? You had Moose versus Sami Callihan on a dark match, and that was it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was crap
for us. But anyway,
they wouldn't even bring any of the knockouts over apart from Deanna Prazo to lose.
Yeah, it's exactly. Like going back to the Righteous and stuff like that. Vincent's a hell of a wrestler. I don't know much about the other guys' wrestling thing, but I reckon
he's good. They're both good. They are good. Honestly,
I've been waiting weeks for them to fight already, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, but it was obviously all a big build to a title match. I understand the story that they're trying to do, but I think they're just not over. The TNA audience are not getting it. I don't think they're not getting the character. They're not getting the whole, you know, what this faction is all about. I do, because I'm totally into Vincent and I totally get the whole fucking Manson vibes. You know what I mean? I get it. 100%. It's a Manson vibe thing. But Dutch is good as well. But yeah, no, they do struggle to talk over the crowd noise. You're right.
Well,
Maybe it's
when you've got
because
the Hardys across to you, the crowd's going to go fucking batshit. So it's going to be hard to get over your voice over the fans at all.
it has got to be difficult. But what I will say is Vincent and Dutch have both been very pro TNA on the social media, right? So, they all for me, fantastic. Let's see what they're going to do. Simple as that. AJ, no, this could steal the show, right? And we all know that the Leon Slater, Cedric as a Moose match is going to be amazing. But this could steal the show. AJ Francis, people are going to shoot me down here because it's AJ Francis. AJ Francis versus Rich Swann.
I am looking forward to this so badly. I'd love to have seen Casey Navarro's reaction when Rich Swann finally smacked him with that baseball.
Right.
I would love to already see Casey Navarro ringside for this match. That would be so good. But this match is going to be fucking brilliant.
I think so. I think this is going to be a great match, and we are going to see AJ Francis fly.
Yeah, he's not banned from diving no more.
Yeah, no, he's not banned from diving.
The thing
anymore.
is, like that, you've got an old. Oh, I shouldn't say old. I didn't say old. Let's. I know we're live. Let's cut that bit out. We've got an ex TNA heavyweight champion, right, in Rich Swann. He is brilliant. He is absolutely brilliant. He's gone toe to toe with some of the best in the industry, And then, in my opinion, we've got the present day best chokeslam. So when you've got AJ Francis picking up Rich Swann, that chokeslam is gonna it would almost go viral.
It's going to be one of it'll be really hard to say Rich Swann's not overselling it because AJ Francis will just deliver it with perfection.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. I just think this is going to be a proper show stealer match. It has the potential to be a show stealer.
I'm sorry, I won't mention AJ Francis ever again.
Yeah, AJ Francis off now.
Norris Sparks, I've been saying this for a while, mate. I've been saying that Elijah should turn heel and join the Righteous. I think that would be perfect. Killer Cross would probably be quite good, but I do think, I think it should be Elijah. I think that would be fantastic. Now they've advertised that we're going to get a Joe Hendry appearance.
Not bothered.
I'm not bothered about that either.
I think we've had enough.
I don't understand the big deal on that one, but never mind.
Maybe we could have a switch over, maybe with Joe Hendry, and he comes out, does this little never tapping any fans' hands and that lot. Maybe that's where EC3 comes in. Yes, there we go.
Yeah.
I just don't want. I don't know. I just don't want. Sorry, Gibster. Too much bad blood, but you got to remember that was based on the previous leadership.
Yeah, that was
the
one Don Callis, and
he burnt bridges there.
That was where he burnt the bridges. Now the current stuff is different, and I mean when you go back and look at what he was talking about, actually he did have a little bit of a point to a degree, but going home and sitting on your hands, that's not the way to deal with it, is it? But anyway, let's just move on from that. So we've then got Elijah versus Mustafa Ali. Now, I think this is also going to be a great match.
Yeah, this has been building up brilliantly. So ever since
as long as Elijah is fully healed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think they've done well with bringing him back and sort of kind of having stories with him and sort of kind of making sure that he's still relevant on TV to bring him before they actually put him back in the ring. I think they've done a really good job with that.
When it's Casey Navarro, at the moment, Casey Navarro might be. I know he's recently undergone surgery and he's currently going through physiotherapy and that. But if he's coming back this year, probably back around about Slammiversary, it will be around the time. But he's hopefully intending to be back in the ring this year, or but it might be towards the end of the year. But it was a fucking nasty injury. It was similar to what Sami Callihan had when he broke his leg.
It was bad injury. Yeah,
Yeah.
nasty. Barry, just a quick one there on Eric Young cleansing. Oh dear, do you not watch this show?
Yeah.
Well, I've had a lot of discussions about this, but and why I think it just doesn't work. The whole why Violent by Design didn't work, why the cleanse isn't working, because they do this like thing with Eric where he's this ultimate crazy dude and he's a badass, but then he never wins a match. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, we've also got Leon Slater versus Cedric Alexander versus Moose for the X Division title. Is this the show stealer, guys? Is this the show stealer?
I know it's the main event, so it's definitely going to be one to beat if you want to steal the spotlight eventually.
What do you mean it's the main event? It's not the main event. The TNA World Title will be the main event.
We'll see, but this is currently booked as the main event. So this is this match is going to be one. It's going to be really, really hard to beat on the from start to finish.
Yeah, it's going to be an amazing match.
Three of the best in the world. I'm
scared because I feel like it's going to be the new X Division because he's just signed a new deal, and we've got doubts about Leon Slater going off with Javon Evans. So I feel like Cedric's going to be the new X Division champion. I'm not trying to claim like saying you're headed first. I reckon it will.
Yeah,
he's not going anywhere. He doesn't need to. Why does he need to leave when he can go and perform at WWE anytime? People have forgotten they signed him on a 5-year deal.
We've done this with Joe Hendry, yeah, but then like a 5-year deal can be bought out.
I'm not saying it can, but I think he's on a 5-year deal. I've seen an interview recently where he's talking about the way he's talking. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, Leon Slater's not going anywhere. But
he's not going anywhere.
He's not
yet.
He's not leaving TNA.
No.
If he loses the title, then he loses the belt. But he's not leaving TNA. But I don't think he's losing the title. I think he's going to remain champion, and we might get Javon Evans come back in for another match against him, or AJ Styles versus Leon Slater if Styles is sticking around for a bit longer.
Mate, I can't stop looking at Javon Evans and thinking he looks like Paul Pogba. It's mad. I'm like, that's just Paul Pogba. I know he left Man United and now he's Javon Evans. Honest, like like facially, I'm like, that's Paul Pogba.
You've got no idea what we're talking about.
Oh mate, everyone knows Paul Pogba.
I know fuck all about football, and I'm just laughing because I'm just for the sake of it. So
I know.
I'll send you their names. Google it after.
So the match that I know Joe's looking forward to, JDC's final match against Eddie Edwards.
This is going to be a heartbreaker.
I think so. JDC at the end will be leaving his boots, and there'll be tears and.
Let's get weird.
Yeah,
let's get weird.
But I was hoping he just picks up the mic at the end, and rather than saying thank you, he just goes, "Man, do I hate pro wrestling."
That would be brilliant. That would be so good.
Mic drop.
That would be so good.
Yeah.
Mic drop.
So just on that though, who do you think joins the system then?
I think Bear Bronson might get
I
in.
think Bear Bronson
one
would
of
be
the
amazing.
Andersons will become part of the system, and that because
I want him to stick around. Bear Bronson's match against phenomenal.
Was brilliant.
Amazing.
Brilliant. Yeah. I love that match.
Yeah,
I love that match. Yeah, it's good. Really, really good. And I think like if anybody that watched that match knows that that Bear Bronson needs to be signed. It's just fucking as simple as that. It's simple as that. But I guess we'll see. It would be good if they signed him.
If Matt Taven's a free agent, I'd love to see him come back as well.
He's gone to NWA, I heard. But
Rich Swann's with NWA too.
Oh right, okay.
So we might see if he can get some time in TNA again. He was fucking brilliant too. I'd love to see him again.
Well, we thought. I mean, at one point, like MLW were claiming they'd signed Rich Swann, and we were like, oh. And then he went around for a bit, and then all of a sudden he's back again.
Yeah.
So I don't know what went down there, but yeah, there you go. Whether it was just one match or something, possibly, I don't know. Now that still leaves us with 2 potential matches,
or 3,
okay, or maybe 3. But I mean, if we had 2 more matches, that's 9. Obviously, we still got the pre-show, I guess.
I
as
was
well.
thinking of the pre-show as well. So we'll
Yeah.
have like 6 or 7 matches on the main show.
So what we've got is a potential KO tag title match to add.
Yeah.
As well, and we've also got, which obviously is going to happen, be made tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And obviously we've got to figure out what's going on with the TNA World Title match.
Yeah, the international titles here. What's up? Who's going for that?
There's the international title as well. So there's still 2 or 3 potential matches that we're not going to find out about until tomorrow, I don't think.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts before I tell you mine? I don't know with regards to the KO tag titles. I've got no idea.
If they're going to throw a knockout tag team title match together, it's going to be one just out of the blue for the sake of it. So I'm thinking there'll be Tessa Blanchard and Victoria Crawford versus the Influence again, or they'll put, or maybe give Harley Hudson and Miley Grace a shot, seeing as they've raised their from their names in the hat now. I had this number 1 contendership match on NXT being decided.
Yeah.
And they'll get a match against the Inspiration and on Saturday, so then the Inspiration could just go forward and bore everyone to death for another couple of weeks. Apart from that,
I don't know about that, mate. But anyway, go on.
No, I like it.
I think their promos are great, and I actually think that
This is Joker Unleashed. I like it
in the last few matches. Yeah. I mean, they're both fit. Let's face it; they're good to look at. But anyway,
I don't know. I'm not sure who Stacks will be facing for the international title, because unless Eric Young gets a shot, because Steve McIntyre is rematch.
Santana.
No. What are your guys' thoughts on Leon Slater losing the Xplosion title and going after the international title? No,
that would be fucking good.
It would be good, but he needs the X Division title for a bit longer. John Schuyler has signed a new contract with TNA. Tim. Okay, cool.
Brilliant.
Again,
John
they're sorting the roster out, getting people signed in, getting people locked in. Fantastic stuff. Right, let's talk TNA World Title match. Right now, for me to be able to give you my theory on this, right, we've got to talk about Thursday night's debut.
Yeah. Kaz and Santana,
right? So we've got. Let's talk about the show, and then when we get to that, I'll talk about what I think was going to happen. All right. So you've got the TNA KO tag titles, the Inspiration versus the Elegance brand. So we sort of kind of touched on that. I think that'd be a pretty good match. I'm looking forward to that. I understand. You can understand why that's happening as well. So that's going to be interesting. We've got Elijah, the Hardys versus Order 4.
That's going to be good.
I think that should be good. And again, implications there with regards to,
Does anyone know who that secret agent guy is?
Yeah, he's a Canadian wrestler.
I don't know. I forgot his real name, but I am following him on
Collier or something.
Twitter,
Collier.
But he is a proper wrestler. He wrestles in Canada. He wrestles on the independent scene quite a lot. He's
quite old, but he's fantastic. He's really very good.
Quite
really
old,
good.
Mate. He's got the body of a 20-year-old and the face of a 6-year-old. It's insane.
Yeah,
he's incredible. Absolutely incredible. But there you go. He's fantastic. Yeah, I mean, you might be right. Maybe it's not. Maybe they're doing it there because they're not putting it out on the main pay-per-view. But let's go to. And obviously we've got the AJ Styles return. We've got that as well. So that's going to be interesting. Don't know what's going down with that. But let's talk about TNA World Title match: Kaz versus Mike Santana with Bully Ray as the guest commentator, which should be interesting. We know that we've got AJ Styles, and we also know what's going to make that match even more interesting is that Nick Nemeth is still waiting to call his shot. Okay, so here we go. Here is my theory, and I've told Joe about this.
Yeah.
Right? So
drum roll.
We're going to get a great match. It's going to be a fantastic match. Going to get some fun commentary from Bully Ray. Santana's going to win. Okay, Santana's going to win. We're going to get celebration moments. Nick Nemeth comes in, surprises Mike Santana, does a moose on him, right? 1, 2, 3. Nick Nemeth becomes TNA world champion, right? That then obviously leads to Mike Santana versus Nick Nemeth for the TNA world title at Genesis, right? Kaz is then free, right, to face a returning AJ Styles at Genesis.
Yeah.
Because it's always been said that Kaz and AJ want one more match.
Yeah.
And where better to have it on a pay-per-view at Genesis to kick off the year with TNA.
That would be so cool.
Have you ever seen, well, you might have seen it already. Have you ever seen Kaz's impression of AJ Styles?
No.
Yes.
I've not.
Mate, Joe, honest mate, I'll find it, and I'll send it to you. It is
really
gold.
good.
Absolutely, he's dressed as AJ Styles and he's having a go at Christopher Daniels.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Really good. I don't know. What do you think?
I think that it would be brilliant. And the other thing I could think of would be Eric Young would probably have a match with AJ Styles or something, or would be something else that might come out. Eric Young will do something with AJ or something, and that'll get something going. But I can see Nick Nemeth definitely cashing in, stealing the belt, and we got Santana and Nemeth is definitely one that I can see, or Nick Nemeth versus Kazarian is at Genesis is what's going to be for the world title. But
yeah,
Santana and Nemeth would be really interesting. But it then mean Santana would have to lose again at Genesis, otherwise Nemeth winning it would be pointless.
See, Mir, I that would be a great match, right?
Yeah.
The problem I've got with that is unless we've got AJ Styles for 6 to fucking 12 months.
Yeah. He's going to get everyone done with straight away.
What is the point? Because there's no way that WWE are going to allow AJ Styles to lose on TNA.
I'm with you.
That's just you've got to think about the politics of it all.
Yeah.
Right. At the end of the day, AJ Styles is, a former multi-time fucking WWE world champion. He's not going to lose. He's not going to lose to Kaz, right? That's why they have to take the title off him to have a match.
Yeah.
So Santana's going to beat him to have that match, so the match can go ahead. That will be the stipulation. That will be what WWE has said. Yeah, you can have him for a match, but he can't lose. And if it's going to be Kaz, that's what they want.
Kaz and Styles would be cool with that because they want.
Yeah, of course, Kaz ain't going to mind. No. Kaz ain't going to mind that. Not in the slightest, because he gets to fight his buddy. Have a match with his buddy again. Final match with Uncle. Uncle, whatever his name is now, I've forgotten.
I thought you were going to say Uncle Phil for some reason.
No, not Uncle Phil. No, the
AMC ratings go through the roof.
Yeah.
What's AJ's real name? I've forgotten.
Not
Alan.
Alan, Uncle Alan. That's what the Young Bucks and all that call him. They call him Uncle Alan, don't they? So I don't know. I just can't see that happening personally. That's my thought process on it. If you think about it logically, if AJ's going to have a match, it's going to be against someone like Kaz. That's fine, but he can't hold a title. Why is this hang on a minute?
Did Bully Ray retire?
Yes.
He's not returning to in ring. He's going to be commentating on the main event of tomorrow night.
But my problem with it is obviously we know that Devon can't wrestle no more.
Yeah,
I get that. Thanks for your time and stuff like that. But did they retire 3D or did they retire individually? Because the reason I ask that is because Bully can still go.
Yeah,
Bully can still go. But I would like to see. So say Santana wins. Say Nemeth goes in to win it. I feel like Bully Ray would be the one to stop Nemeth doing it or whatever, and then we'll have Bully Ray versus Nick Nemeth.
That would be cool. Yeah. I think they both retired from in-ring competition as well as a team, as well as individually. But I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't know where we're going to go with it. That's the thing for me.
That's what I love about it these days. We don't know what happened. It's not predictable anymore. It's not El Patron winning every week.
Absolutely.
Alberto's cut him off now.
There you go. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it. I don't know whether that's going to happen, but I just sort of can see that happening. I don't think EC3 is going to turn up until Genesis.
Yeah.
If EC3 is turning up, that'll be at Genesis. That's not going to be.
He's already laid up.
EC3 can't turn up at time on the same night.
Yeah.
Well, you just can't have everybody. Like, do you know what I mean? You've got to save something for.
Why not? I want everyone. Bring back Awesome Kong as well. Why not?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I love Awesome Kong again. Awesome Kong was fantastic.
Oh, yeah, no, totally. Okay, so that's my thought process anyway. But guys, listen, I think that's all we got time for. But if you want to say your support for TNA UK team, please feel free to super sticker us or head over to prowrestlingtees.com/Total Nonstop Impact for some great shirts. Or, of course, we've got the TNI Spreadshirt store, which is also available. The links are all down below, so make sure that you go and check those out. All TNI shows are, to all of you listening on the Go fans, as audio only via SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to your favourite shows. Where can we find you on the socials, Joe?
You can follow me on Twitter at JOKEmptySpace. You can jump onto YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, look for #EmptySpace, #IntoTheVoid. Or if you fancy to take your taste and you sense of humour, #DailyGiggle. But approach with an open mind, you just might keep your sanity.
Yes. Thank you for the super show.
Thank you, Limpster.
Appreciate that, buddy. And what about yourself, Limpster? Where can we find you, bub?
Ooh, well, pretty much in that little blue prefix there. If you're watching, it's LimpStar UK, all as one word. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm probably on your mind. I'm everywhere at the minute, to be fair.
I'm in your heart.
For whatever reason, I can't change my name on X at the moment. So I'm Network Studio on X, and I'm trying to build my account a little bit, slowly but surely. But you can catch me anywhere and everywhere. And I just want to make a special shout out. I do use SoundCloud as LimpStar UK, but thank you to everyone who listens to TNI on SoundCloud, because I had a look on there and we are bumping numbers. That we've got some fans listening to TNI UK on SoundCloud. So anyone who listens to us on the go there, thank you very much. It's great to see.
Thank you, guys.
It is definitely. We very, very much appreciate it. That's for sure. If you want to find out more about TNI on the socials, where you can find them at We Talk Impact everywhere, basically. If you go on a social platform and you put in at We Talk Impact, you'll find us. So that's all you need to worry about. If you want to find out more about me, at Lord Bison 45 is where you find me on the X. Also, I am on TikTok at Bison by Design. Go and check that out as well. And of course, Bison by Design clothing brand at bbdwear.co.uk. All of the info is here. And of course, is attached down below. I will say this though, guys, right? If you want to support me, if you want to support Joe, if you want to support Craig, head over to bbdwear.co.uk, hit on Impacted in the collections part, and you will find our t-shirts. Go and check that out. Some cool shirts in there. We've got the logo shirt in there, Limpster shirt in there, Limpster Mania shirt, which is pretty cool. And of course, we've got the Joker shirt, and of course, the Bison shirt is in there as well. So feel free to go and check that out, guys. We would appreciate that. Of course, I make sure that I sort the lads out. So if you do want to go and get a Limpster shirt, or you want to go and get a Joe shirt, then feel free to go and do that. Please take the time out to help us out moving up the rankings on YouTube by giving us a thumbs up. And if you're new to us and you like what you see, then please consider hitting that subscribe button. And don't forget to give the bell a tickle. a squeeze, or a smash to never miss any of the great content coming out each and every week from not only us, but of course the TNA OGs, who are the Thursday night review. Go and check that out, guys. Well, with all that said, of course, I've been Bison. These guys have been the Joker and, of course, the LimpStar. And this has been episode 258 of Impacted. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Happy New Year, guys. See you next week. Much love to the TNI tribe.
Boo.